His wife was not happy at all. She thought he would not be that wild and wanted their open relationship to close. Welcome back to They Did What? Your source for the internet's craziest, most entertaining stories, where I go over them, analyze them, and most certainly make fun of them. Today, going to go over a story titled, Am I the A-hole for helping my cousin to get some after his wife wanted to open up the relationship? And guys, what we have here is yet another story about some poor, clueless soul that married a woman, and shortly after they got married, she decided that the clock was ticking and she didn't want to waste any time while she was still young, so she wanted to open up the marriage and hook up with as many dudes as she could. And believe it or not, this weak, poor guy, clueless as he was, agreed to this. Broken-hearted, all that. However, the guy writing this story is his cousin, and he decides to help him out by really helping him out in many areas of his life, essentially get some game, helped him on his wardrobe, personality, confidence, car, all that. And now you're going to see this guy whose wife wanted to open the marriage, now he's getting girls left and right. And then the wife freaks out on him to make him to be the bad guy for essentially helping her husband, because she realizes, obviously, she's got competition. It made him out to be the bad guy. Not her. She's not the bad guy. Her husband and this guy who helped his cousin is the bad guy. It's ridiculous. So I'm going over this one because it's a good story, guys. And once again, a reminder just how unbelievable some of these gals can be. And of course, the second a woman, your wife, girlfriend, whatever, wants to open up the marriage, open up relationship, it is over. Never, ever agreed to this. Only weak guys agree to this shit, okay? Fearful guys that she'll leave them for whatever reason. But believe me, the second she brings it up, it's over. So, I'm going to go into this and add my 2 cents along the way. Starts off, my cousin is like a brother to me. He wanted to advance his education and career in the United States, so I offered to pay for his education and help my cousin with his transition to his new life here by recommending him a job in the company that I work in and let him stay on my property. By the way, his cousin is from Asia. My cousin is the studious type, very academically inclined, but socially awkward. Before coming to the U.S., he never had a girlfriend before or many friends. He spends a lot of time on the computer and just studying, preferring not to go out. I've known guys like this, and they're good guys, and they're very, very intelligent, but just, like he said, socially awkward. And they could be just very susceptible to people taking advantage of them if they're not careful. They just don't have the street smarts or street skills, especially a gold-digging shark of a woman. He calls me one day. Then he met a girl. He fell in love and got married. He's in his late 20s, and this was his first relationship. Well, that is the dumbest thing in the world. Nobody should have let him get married. The first girl he meets, the first girlfriend, she would know in a heartbeat. This guy was easy prey. Okay? That pretty much any girl that paid attention to him, boom. And remember, guys, this guy's never had a girlfriend before. So he should know, if you watch my channel, the other channel, Strong Successful Male, that if he's had no women interested in him his whole life, but all of a sudden they are, it ain't about him. It's about what he has and the resources. But another lost soul learns the hard way. He calls me one day. His wife wants to open up the relationship, saying that she's still young and wants to explore her sexuality before truly settling down. He was crushed. He calls me crying, and it absolutely breaks my heart to hear him crying like that. That was terrible. This poor guy. But you know what? Him getting involved with her and then get married to her is like somebody jumping in the pool without any swimming skills whatsoever. He's going right to the bottom. Getting involved with someone like that. She wants to open up the relationship while she's still young and before settling down. She got married. You already did settle down, lady. But why did she do that, guys? I know I'm talking more because I know you guys want to hear the story, but I got to really nail this down. She saw weakness in him. She took one look at him and knew that this guy's a dork. Women aren't going to be lining up for him, so I could open the relationship up. He's weak and go along with it because he's in love with me, and I control the relationship, so he'll go along with it because he doesn't want to lose me. And I'm going to have dudes left and right, if not I already have them already. And this will give me permission to essentially cheat. And I don't have to worry about him cheating because guess what? This guy is a dork, and he's not going to get girls. Well, he has the last laugh. We talked a bit more. This is an ongoing problem. The wife was insistent on her way and refused counseling or other professional help. In my opinion, when a woman wants to open up a relationship, it means she is having an emotional affair and wants her husband permission to sleep with such and such person so that she's not the bad person. Pretty much. Usually they already got a guy or guys, multiple guys lined up. That's exactly what it is. But, cousin, you need to tell him to walk away and end it. And unfortunately, even though she's the one causing the problems, he would still get raked over the coals in divorce. Better to end it with her, take a hit, than drag it out. He says, as his boss, I can see how this hurt him. He was unable to perform at work. I couldn't stand looking at him like that, so I talked to him. He says, look, it's clear this is affecting you badly. Have you considered taking up her offer, since she wants to open up the relationship? He agrees to try. The problem is he absolutely has no game at all, so I decided to help him out. Me and my wife spent a lot of time on his image. He's not poor, as he's making $250,000 a year. I know, as I'm his boss. He just doesn't know how to present himself. We set up his social media accounts to make him more appealing. We went to meet girls together, and we acted like his wing buddies. I let him drive my car. He says in parentheses he was driving a Camry, so he needs much better ride, and one of my properties, which is for investment purposes, so he doesn't have to go back to his home. Well, that's cool, this guy's helping him out, but he's making him into something that he's not, okay? He's giving him his car to drive, because he says this guy drives a Camry, and he gives him obviously what is considered to be a cooler car, so this is obviously not him. He lets him show that his house is... He's letting him use his house as a pretend house, so that's not him, amongst many other things to make out that he's not him. So he's putting on a big show. Now, girls put on a big show too, but the point is he's not being his real self here. But nevertheless, by putting on this show, watch what happens. He says, and guess what? It worked. He started getting laid a lot. We made sure to add all these hookups to his social media so that his wife can see. Woohoo! Well, remember, she wanted to open up the relationship. Now, obviously, he had to do a lot of work on himself, aside from, obviously, the car and the house and all that. But guess what, guys? By him all of a sudden getting attention from women, is going to build his confidence. Now, we all know darn well that probably he was getting the attention because he was portraying an image of wealth and all these things. So these young gold diggers are probably coming up to him left and right. But, okay, if that's what it took to get his confidence up, so be it. His wife was not happy at all. She thought he would not be that wild and wanted their open relationship to close. Big surprise. The second this guy starts getting attention from women and she has competition, now she's angry. Now she wants it to be over. Once she knew it was me and my wife who helped him, she called and scolded me. She was screaming, and I couldn't be bothered hearing her screeching, harpy voice, so I just off the phone on her. This happened yesterday. Today I've been getting calls from her friends scolding me for being an a-hole, ruining their relationship. I basically just retort, she ruined their relationship, I'm just helping my cousin. The nerve of her. This was her idea. She said he could go hook up with other people, but she just thought probably he'd have no chance in hell. But now she has competition, and now she wants to close the open relationship because there's a threat to obviously her. This guy makes $250K a year. That's damn good. So she doesn't want anything to possibly disrupt her meal ticket. And to make it worse, she's yelling at this guy and getting her friends to call up and yell at him. I've been in that situation where I've had girlfriends or ex-girlfriends have their friends call me and yell at me, and I just hang up on them. This is a long time ago, before I obviously learned a lot, but unbelievable. He says, I don't get it. She wants to open up the relationship. He got more successful than her, and now she wants to close it. And it's my fault that I'm ruining their relationship. So Reddit users, let me have it. Am I the a-hole? No, you're not the a-hole. You're helping your cousin, but the only thing you're missing here is you should have told your cousin it's over, okay? Or maybe you just simply don't realize that. It's over, he's got to move on, okay? The relationship's over, she's using him. I mean, who would want to be with a woman, your wife, where it's supposed to be just the two of you, and shortly after they get married, she wants to go hook up with other dudes and open up the marriage. Welcome to Sodom and Gomorrah 2.0, which we have in this world right now. It's over. Take the hit financially and move on. That's the best advice that he could give him. But for helping him, no, you're not the a-hole. He says, I just want to say I agree with that most people hear that their relationship is doomed and should just cut it off. but he's an idiot with a set of ideas of how a relationship should work out. He does not want to divorce unless necessary. Smack. It is necessary. The relationship's over. And he says here he's an idiot with an idea how a relationship should work. This guy hasn't had a whole lot of experience in relationships, as you mentioned, so his ideas don't mean shit, okay? His ideas are in fantasy land, what he saw in the fucking movies. He does not want to divorce unless necessary. His wife doesn't want to consider counseling. Me, I just personally want him to be happy, so I don't want to force the idea of a divorce to him. But I'm working hard to lead him into that mindset. Good, now you're going in the right direction. To answer many of the PMs I'm getting, English is indeed not my first language, but honestly has never affected my ability to do my job. I also have 2 masters, so my English can't be that bad. But I do apologize if I caused some of you guys to get cancer from reading my post. As for my job, I'm a director in one of the MNC engineering field. My cousin is just a very hardworking, simple, thrifty man who just happens to be get a good job that pays well. He doesn't spend unnecessarily, he invests well and spends wisely. And overall has a good head on his shoulders. This, I think, has to do with the fact that his family is not well off. And for Asia, the one way to elevate your economic status is to study hard, which he excels in. Then get a good job. This habit stays with him into adulthood. Well, that's good. He's bettering himself, and he's doing extremely well. Again, $250K a year. The problem is he has no street smarts and no experience with dating women, and he just jumped into a freaking shark-infested waters with her. So he needs to end it. And even if his culture and religion says no. She's toast. And you're not the a-hole. Now I'm going to read a few comments here just to show you I'm not alone in this thinking. One guy says, not the a-hole. Well, you should help him get a divorce instead. Forcing an open relationship the other partner doesn't want is just trying to loosely justify your cheating. Her response is interesting. This is exactly what she wanted. She just didn't think he'd get laid, and now she can't handle it. She sounds like an absolute trash person, to be honest. You're darn right, she is a piece of trash. She's a user. She's a gold digger. I guarantee you she took one look at him and said, oh, there you go. That's my next husband. That's my meal ticket. He's a nice guy. And this guy's thinking, wow, just like the movies, I finally met someone who sees me, loves me for me. After all these years of studying and being alone. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. Because nothing about his personality or whatever changed. Then obviously, it's on the outside, it's because obviously his resources. That's why. Another guy says, I don't know where they live, but in most places in the U.S., $250K a year is a lot of money. She probably wanted the sugar daddy treatment and felt like he would saunter around and be her bank while she had flings. But if he's getting laid, then there's competition, and she doesn't want anyone else taking her retirement plan away from her. 100%, that's exactly what's going on. And the last one says, not the a-hole. The screeching harpy is. She knew your cousin was timid and not good with the ladies, so she figured she could open the relationship, screw as many guys as she wanted, and close it again when she was done, exploring her sexuality. You're an awesome cousin for helping him out and being his wingman. Good on you. Cheers. Yeah, you are a good cousin. And you know what? Those experiences he had, hooking up left and right, aside from obviously having fun down south, I guarantee helped build his confidence. And now he's probably more relaxed, better off socially, and that'll help him out. And now she obviously realizes, I'm in deep shit here. I got competition, and now he's not going to be putting up with my bullshit as much. That's why she wanted to close the thing up. Sadly, this guy's still limited experience, and she'll just probably sweet talk him and cry and all that, and then next thing you know, they're still together. I hope that's not the case. But the best thing his cousin can do is help guide him on the way to ending it with her. And then this cousin of his can get a really good education on female nature and doesn't make the same mistake again, because I hate to see this guy get in the same situation later on down the road. But who knows? He's a late bloomer, but I wish this guy well. So there you go. There you go, guys. Open relationships do not work, ever. So for you watching this, other than entertainment, and your girl, your wife wants this, whoosh, it's over. Don't go along with it, because as if she doesn't respect you enough already, she'll do it again. It'll be her respect for you will get even less. And remember, they don't ask open relationships unless they already have lost a ton of respect for you and think that you're too weak to say no. Every time. I've done countless videos on this subject on my other channel, as well as on this channel, a few of them. It's always the same story. All right, guys, that is it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. And guys, if you have any great stories you'd like to share with me, crazy stories, entertaining stories, whatever, just email me, strongsuccessfulmale@gmail.com. And if it's a good one, I'll definitely do it down the road. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.